This is how to tackle word problems in GCSE Maths. Now, when you come across a word problem, it may seem daunting, it may seem like, oh, well, I didn't sign up for an English lesson. This is maths, why are there so many words? I understand. But actually, word questions are really easy. You just have to know what to look for. So here are 3 tips on how to tackle word problems in GCSE Maths. First of all, break the problem into smaller parts. First of all, think about what you're looking for. Like, for example, I've got a question here that I'm going to go through with you a little bit. I'm not going to go through it with you in much detail because I already do that on my Facebook group, Maths Exam Discussions. I go through GCSE paper questions detail by detail, and I make sure to tell you how you can get the maximum marks on each question. So if you're interested in that, go to the group and then you can see that content. Otherwise, today I'm going to go through this question in a basic way so that you sort of understand how to tackle these word problems. So, first of all, what are we looking for? Now, this question says, Lynn works as a bus driver. She is paid £10.80 per hour for the first 38 hours she works each week. She is paid 25% more per hour for each extra hour she works. 1 week, Lynn is paid £491.40. In total, how many hours did she work that week? You must show you're working. So, what are we looking for? What are we being asked for? Well, we're being asked for the number of hours that she worked that week. So, once we know what we're looking for, now we have to figure out, what do we already know? Well, what we know is that Lydia was paid £10.80 per hour. We also know that she got paid that much for 38 hours. So we know how much she got paid in 38 hours by timesing £10.80 by 38. And of course, we know that during the whole week, she was paid £491.40. Now, what do we not know? We don't know what 25% more than £10.80 is. And we don't know, of course, what the question is asking for, how many hours she worked that week, which is what we're looking for. So breaking the question down into smaller sections can really help you to understand it, know what you're looking for, and know what to find in order to find the right answer. Tip 2 is to draw diagrams or visual aids. For example, in a question like this, some students may find it helpful to write a diagram, to draw a diagram like this. This shows them her being paid 25% more is the same as her being paid a quarter more. So they know now, okay, so all I have to do is divide £10.80 by 4 and then add that on to £10.80, so I know 25% more. This can really help students to get it in their mind, and any diagrams you think that can help you, draw it. They're not gonna make you lose points if your paper is a little bit scruffy. Make sure you understand the question. That's what counts. Third and final point we will discuss for tackling word questions is looking for key phrases. Looking for and understanding key phrases is crucial. Like, for example, on this question, it says the word total. Now, when a question in a GCSE paper says the word total, normally it's asking you to add something up to get a total. You'll find other words such as difference. When a paper says, what is the difference between this and this, or what is the difference in these or those, normally it's asking you to subtract one thing from another thing. So total normally equals addition, difference normally equals subtraction. So those were 3 tips on how to tackle word questions in GCSE Maths papers. It's really not that hard once you know what to do, know what to look for, and get your brain thinking. So put all these tips into place, practice, 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 and get some good grades in your GCSEs. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.